So see, there is no Sandboxes available because of it is a free account. It is only for practice perspective. We couldn't find any Sandbox related information because of it's a free account. So Salesforce doesn't provide Sandboxes for the free accounts. Only practicing perspective, we can have the developer itself. But in real time, if you are working as a Salesforce developer, you must log into the Sandbox account and there only you have to implement any functionality. In yesterday's session, I have shown like if I try to create a code on production environment, it doesn't allow me. It is showing the error. In active entity, we cannot create, we cannot implement any code related functionality. Because of in live account, there is a chance to erase the data. If I do changes in my live account, I mean production account, there is a chance to lose the data. So that is the reason they provided Sandbox accounts. So Sandbox has the same copy of the production environment, but we are using it for development. Okay. Please stop your screen sharing. I will share my screen.
Yeah, hello, bro.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, actually, I'm facing one issue.
Yes, please tell me.
Can I share you my screen?
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to log in. They're asking code. It's related to my phone number. Verify code. Actually,
Oh,
login అయ్యాను నేను.
yeah, yes, yes, understood, understood. So whenever you're
ఇక్కడ
trying to log in, it is sending a verification code to your mobile.
యాక్చువల్లీ
Yeah.
ట్రయల్ బిజ్కి లాగిన్ అయ్యాను.
Mm-hmm.
సేమ్ కూడా అదే ఇక్కడ లాగిన్ అవ్వలేకపోతున్నాను.
No, no, it is different. It is not trailblazer code. So every
ఇది
time it is
డిఫరెంట్
asking,
టోటల్.
yeah, it's totally different. For
ఓకే.
every login, it is sending a code. If you registered with
ఓకే.
your number,
యాక్చువల్లీ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ నాట్ వర్కింగ్. సో
see 2307. You have this number.
బట్ అది వర్క్ చేయట్లా, వర్క్ అవ్వట్లేదు.
Then there is no chance. So in this case, you don't want to register your mobile number. Once if you registered, every time it is sending the verification code.
ఓకే.
Finally, you can check with your email.
చెక్ చేసాం బట్
Okay. Okay, no problem, no problem. You can create a new account then.
నో ప్రాబ్లం వెన్ వి క్రియేట్ ది
You can
న్యూ
create
అకౌంట్.
multiple accounts. No need to worry. So
ఓకే.
while registering the account, you should remember two things. One thing is if you registered with your mobile number, you have to carry with your number before logging into the Salesforce. Every time it is asking the verification code. If you registered with your mobile number, if you skip that registration process, then it is directly logged into your Salesforce account. And one more important thing. So while registering the Salesforce account, you should remember the uh, security question. Like if you forgot your password while resetting your password, you must provide the security question answer. Then only you are able to log in, you are able to resetting your password. If you forget the security question answer, then we can't do anything. Because of it's a free org, right? We don't have any other administrator to reset your security token or reset your phone number.
ఓకే. ట్రయల్ బిజ్కి దీనికి సంబంధం లేదు కదా బ్రో?
No, it's a totally different. Trailblazer is different account. Salesforce is different account.
ఓకే. ఓకే. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Yeah. Okay, please stop your screens. I'll share my screen. Yeah, guys, can you see my screen? Yeah, now I just logged as a enterprise user, enterprise edition user. Before Pawan is checking with the sandboxes inside the quick find box, right? The same thing here I'm doing. I enter sandboxes. See here within the environment, I could see the sandbox space. If I click on the sandbox space, here I will get the different types of sandboxes available in real-time environment. Yeah, yesterday, as I said, there are 4 types of sandboxes available. So developer pro, partial copy and full sandbox. For interview perspective also, this is important question, guys. So for admin perspective, they would like to ask like, how many sandboxes are there? In which sandbox you have worked on your previous project, and the differences between the developer and developer pro and partial copy, and they're asking like related to sandbox. Very frequently they are going to touch the sandboxes related question. So please be careful. Yeah, as of now, I'm in the sandbox space. So again, I would like to explain. Yeah, yeah, we have seen the sandbox space, but I didn't give more brief on the sandboxes. Yeah, simple thing, guys. So this is the production environment. So sandboxes are available on a production arc. Production arc is nothing but live arc. So the live data is going to track under the production environment only. But coming to the development part, if you have any application requirements, if you want to build any applications, yeah, inside the Salesforce, if you want to create your own applications, you must have the sandbox accounts. Then only you are able to create any applications, or you can modify any existing applications as well. So for that, we have four type of sandboxes available. One is developer pro, partial copy, and full sandbox. These four are the real-time sandboxes, guys. So apart from this, there are no sandboxes available. Only these are the sandboxes. And coming to the each and every type, let's say for example, if I click on a new sandbox, yeah. So if I scroll down, here there are four boxes available. Like, so this is the license, and below you can see the features of each type of license. Like there are four type of licenses available: developer, pro, partial copy, and full sandbox. For each type of license, there are some minor changes. If you observe the developer sandbox, so the refresh interval is only 1 day. So we can refresh the entire sandbox within a single day. Like if you have any minor changes, like you want to add, add just a email template, or you want to add any email alert, or you want to add any data table. So for these minor changes, day-to-day deployments. So if your project is having day-to-day deployments, mostly they would like to use the developer sandbox. So because of once you refresh the sandbox, whatever the additional or after deploying the product, whatever the additional features inside the sandbox, that will be erased. Yeah, don't worry. As of now, my words are a little bit confused. No need to worry. Just understand the type of sandboxes available. Later on, you will get to know what is the sandbox refresh, and what is the capacity, and what is the configuration, what is Apex, what is metadata, what are the users. So each and everything I would like to brief on later sessions. But as of now, you should understand the types of sandboxes and the features of sandboxes. Yeah, coming to the developer, here the refresh interval is only 1 day, and the capacity of usage. Like if you want to utilize any files inside your sandbox, the file size capacity is only 200 MB. If you want to utilize more than 200 MB, this developer sandbox is not going to support. So in that case, we have another sandbox type, developer pro. So here we can have only 200 MB, and here we can have up to 1 GB. So up to 1 GB files we can add inside the Salesforce functionality. And this is also the refresh interval is also same 1 day. So the developer sandbox and the developer pro sandbox are having configuration part. What is meant by configuration? So once you logged in as a Salesforce user, what are the functionality available in your production? Like when you purchase the Salesforce software from the salesforce.com, what are the functionality provided by salesforce.com, and after creating the developer sandbox, same as your production environment, the configuration will be added to your developer sandbox. Configuration is that nothing but standard functionality. Includes custom functionality as well. Whatever it is available inside the production, all the things will be copied and it will be added with the developer sandbox. And coming to the Apex and metadata. So Apex is the Salesforce official programming language. Like whatever the Apex classes, whatever the Apex related things, each and everything will be copied from production environment, and it is reflecting on your developer sandbox. And coming to the metadata is nothing but just like if I create any application or any tab or any functionality, any customization part, I mean, it is created by ourselves. So that comes under the metadata. So the Apex including with the metadata. So Apex and including the metadata like object, field, application, whatever it is, all this comes under metadata. All these Apex and metadata things will be copied from production environment, and the same features will be available on your developer sandbox. And the users. So who are the users here? See, based on the Salesforce purchase. Yeah, I'll show you the users. Yeah, from quick find, just type user and you will get the user space here. Just open that user space. Here I could see the active user information. See, these all are the active users in my production environment. But for you, it is less count because of it's yours and you are logged in as a developer edition. I mean, it's a free account. You cannot see more than 2 active users. But here I could see the more than 2 active users because of we purchased 10 user licenses from the Salesforce.com end. So I can create up to 10 user licenses. So I can use up to 10 members for the same organization. Yeah. So whenever I creating the developer sandbox, so it includes all the users, like who are the users available in this production copy. The same users will be moving forward to the sandbox. What are the sandbox we are going to create? So these three are the common things, guys. While creating the sandbox, these three are the common things for each and every type of sandbox. Like it is having in Developer Pro, it is having in partial copy, it is having in full copy sandbox as well. These three are the common things. But based on the sandbox license type, there are some differences between the capacity and the features. These are the additional feature for this partial copy, and this is the additional features for the full sandbox copy. Yeah, but coming to the developer and developer pro, only the capacity is the different. In developer sandbox, we can have only 200 MB. On the developer pro sandbox, we can utilize up to 1 GB of data. And coming to the partial copy, it is a little bit difference between these two. And coming to the refresh interval also different. Like if you have the partial copy sandbox, the refresh interval is 5 days. So you cannot refresh below the 5 days. If you want to refresh, again there is a way you have to request to the salesforce.com. If they provide the functionality, you can refresh your partial copy sandbox as well. And the size, the capacity of the sandbox size also increased compared to the developer and developer pro. Here you can utilize up to 5 GB of data and it includes records. See, this is the additional feature apart from configuration, Apex and all users. So records, what is meant by records? Yeah, as I said, the applications are maintaining the customer's information. Like let's say, for example, within the contact, like you are the MLR students, right? I want to track your details on my application where I can track your details within the contacts tab. Let's say, for example, I'm comparing with this scenario. You are the students. We are going to track your information inside the contact tab. So for us, your information is important because of you are my customers. So we have to maintain your database. So for that reason, I need to track your information inside the contacts tab. Like let me create one record. Yeah, within the context tab, I'm just creating a new record here. So this call it as a record. Record is nothing but customer information. Just like if you filling any online form, the same as inside the Salesforce also, we can develop the same type of forms and the same type of tables as well. We can store the customer information. Yeah, as I said, Salesforce is a CRM functionality. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. So we can store all the customer information inside the Salesforce applications. Yeah, this is comes under the record. So while creating a partial copy sandbox, this partial copy includes sample of selected object records. See, sample of selected object records, not entire object records. See, here if you observe accounts is there, opportunities is there, contact is there, lead is there, campaigns are there. So different tables are there. I mean, different objects are there. While creating the partial copy, we can fix the object information. Like after creating the partial copy, which records you are going to store inside the partial copy. So once you refresh the sandbox, I mean, once you refresh this partial copy, later on, the records of your production data, like what are the data available in your production copy. So automatically these records will be transferred to your partial copy. Like it is a another copy of your production having some sample record set. But coming to the development part, what are the functionality available developer pro and developer, the same functionality available in partial copy and the full sandbox, but only the additional features are here within the partial copy. We can store some sample records and the sandbox template support is available. Yeah, what is mean by I mean the meaning of sandbox template is, as I said, we can store some sample records, right? But while creating the partial copy, you see, there is no new button or next button to create a partial copy. Because of before creating the partial copy, we should create the sandbox template. Because of we have to mention within this sandbox within this partial copy sandbox, which records you are going to store, which records you are going to track. So we should mention within the sandbox template. Then only the next button is available on partial copy and the full sandbox as well. Yeah, and coming to the full sandbox, this is also what type of sandbox. And here, if you compare to partial copy and the full sandbox, the refresh interval is 29 days. So if you can refresh this full sandbox copy once in a month, because of it is having the records, whatever the information available on your production, the same copy will be available on your full sandbox as well. So every month in real-time projects, at least they're having one full, I mean one set of full sandbox copy. They are going to maintain the actual data inside the full sandbox copies, just like it's a copy of the production account. And coming to the additional feature, here you can see the history and charter data. This is also available, but it's an optional part. If you want to track history and charter, you can track it within the full sandbox copy. Or if you don't want to track, you cannot. I mean, simply it's a just like a optional feature. And coming to the other parts, rest all are the same. And the capacity matters. So whatever the purchase, I mean, whatever the capacity value purchasing Salesforce.com software, the same capacity will be transferred to your full sandbox copy. Yeah, it's all about the 4 type of sandboxes, guys. And this is also important to interview perspective. And here I'd like to create one sandbox. And from Monday onwards, you are going to log in the sandbox accounts as well. We will provide the sandbox account information to you, and you can log in within the real-time edition account. And for every session, we'll be going on this sandbox copies only. And based on the project requirements, we are going to implement for one application here, one custom application here. Yeah, if you observe here, this is the app launcher menu. App launcher is nothing but in real time, you can, I mean, You heard about the applications, right? In Salesforce also, we are going to implement applications. So all the applications we are maintaining within this app launcher menu. If I click on view all button, here I could see the available applications. And for our classes, for our within our classes, I'm going to implement one real-time project like as payroll. Yeah. Any questions, guys?
So what is the type of sandbox that we are going to use for practicing?
For practicing, you should use your developer edition only. The functionality perspective, there is nothing different between real-time account and developer account, but only you cannot test what are the functionality creating by developer account. You cannot test, but here the testing is possible, and we can. I can showcase the testing perspective, like once the application is created. So let's compare the business scenario. So I'm working for Amazon company as a sales representative. So I have the Salesforce account. So as a sales representative, what type of data I could see? So as a sales representative, I should see the sales related data only, right? And you are working with the same Amazon company and you are the part of marketing team. So you have to access only marketing related data, right? Yeah. So there is a chance to have different type of customer information and different types of end users, like the business users. If you are using your developer account, the testing thing is not possible. The rest all the functionality part, like how I can create a application, you can create a application inside our developer edition. But only the sandbox and other informations are not available. But don't worry, while during the sessions, I will cover each and every real-time scenarios. Don't worry, guys. I'll guide you how do you practice and what is the difference between the sandboxes and developer account.
No, I'm not clear. Like you said that you will be providing us with some sandboxes, right?
Yes,
So what?
testing perspective. Yeah, let's say for example, I created a sales application. Yeah, within our session, how many members are there? Just like six are there. Six people are there, right? Within the six people, two people are from sales, two people are from service, two people are from marketing. While working with real-time account, so as a developer, we should make sure what are the functionality we are going to implement. If it is related to sales, we should assign with the sales people only. If it is related to marketing, we should assign with the marketing people only. So we cannot show the marketing to sales, sales to marketing. So that functionality part is not possible to test inside your free account. But here we are going to provide the Sandbox account. Here you can test. You can log in as a sales user or marketing user or a service user, whatever it is. You can test each and every functionality in live mode. Then you will get clear picture like in real-time projects how the Salesforce is working for end users. At the same time, as a developer, how I'm doing the changes. Got my point?
Yeah, I got it. So basically, what you're trying to say is that in the enterprise editions or the sandbox environment, basically we can create test users as well, and in the developer we cannot do that. Is that assessment correct?
No. So the developer also is possible for test. The functionality testing perspective, I'm utilizing yours. Okay, directly you are working as you can see as an end user. At the same time, we will provide the developer access as well while you need.
No, just to elaborate on the example you said. So, for example, I create one Amazon user, Amazon sales one, okay? And
Mhm.
can I create that user in my developer account? Okay. So once I create that user in my developer account, can that I log out as an admin, okay, or a developer, and then in a different instance, can an Amazon sales user log in? Can I have that privilege?
Yeah, you can have that privilege, but only it is limited to one user. If you are trying to log in developer edition.
Okay, so then I can basically test my development for that Amazon user for once for sales, and then I can change it to marketing, and then so on and so forth. But one at a time only.
Yes, you can do that. You can do that, but it is taking much time because of every time you should log out and you should log in other user. And one more thing, you can create up to one user only in your developer edition. It's a limited. You cannot create more than one user.
So I still am not clear, like where does the sandbox come into picture in terms of what we are going to do? What add-on does the sandbox give us? I am not clear on that.
See, so in real-time projects, so after, if you join anywhere as a Salesforce developer or Salesforce administrator, you must log in the sandbox only. From day one, you are going to know the sandbox related things like what are the features available and how you can navigate and which feature is available on which part. Each and everything you will get to know. That is the first thing. And the second thing here, so what are the functionality creating by the sandbox environment? You can deploy it to the production environment, but the deployment part is not available on developer edition. Directly you are able to create in say single production environment.
So basically, the developer edition you are actually creating on let's say pseudo development production environment, and sandboxes you are creating on your let's say your dev SIT and U8 kind of a thing,
Yes.
like internal to your application.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
get it. Okay.
So here
So
we're following this.
is there? Yeah, you mentioned that like for each of the sandboxes there is a limit, right? So generally, what do companies prefer? Developer Pro or the?
Yes. Always company will prefer this developer or developer pro. If you have any file related requirement, they will provide the pro. If you are only coding, if you are doing only coding, they'll prefer only developer. The partial copy and the full sandboxes are for storing the data storing the records data inside the inside the sandbox copies. Just it's like a backup, production backup. Production data backup, they are utilizing the partial copy and the full sandboxes. But for the developer implementation part, 99 to 100%, they would like to provide pro account or a developer account.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. I couldn't hear what you were saying. Sorry, can you please repeat?
Yeah, coming to the developer and developer pro, 99 to 100%, the developers will get these two type of sandboxes only. Because of in full sandbox copy and the partial copy, they are maintaining the live data. See, if you observe here they are maintaining selected object records, all object records, like as a live product. Like, yeah, as I said, Amazon is having number of customers, right? It's a front end. Like as a business user, they can log in and they can see the customer data. But in backend also they are having one copy, just like a full sandbox. In front end, like the employees deleted few records by mistakenly or by any other reasons. If there is a deleted any records, so again there is a backup called full sandbox. They can pull the information from.
This data 5 GB seems to be very less, right, in terms of production data.
No, full sandbox is having the same as source. The capacity is same.
Okay. So this must be expensive, right?
Yeah, there is no limitation. What are the capacity on the production copy? The same capacity will transfer to the full sandbox.
Okay.
But this is all they are maintaining for the backup copy, the data backup, like.
Okay, I got it. So, like, how does it? I don't know whether it's the right time to ask. Like, how does the code move through the different cycles from dev to SIT? How is that moved? Is it through sandboxes, or is there a kind of a deployment that is happening?
Yeah, it depends on the project. In Salesforce internally, there is a tool called change set.
Okay.
So with the help of change set, we can move from one arc to another arc, like it's connected arc. And if they are using any third party like Git or any Ant migration tool, whatever it is, Workbench, whatever it is, so we can create some packages and we can move it from one arc to another arc. It
So
depends on the
basically,
project.
if I create an applet, okay, just I don't know what is the terminology. So if I create one applet in Salesforce, I want to move to the testing team. Okay, so then it will be through change set or some kind of. There's no out of the box solution available with Salesforce.
Yeah, but internally it is a same set. If the project is having any separate tool, the deployment tool, they'll refer the deployment tool, third party tool.
Okay, 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 okay. So like, okay, maybe at that time we can cover like what kind of tools
Yeah, we can
because
cover same set. Yeah, we can cover it.
this will be really important information. Like if somebody asks, in terms of
Yeah,
interview,
it is
like
very, very
what kind of tools? Yeah,
important.
yeah,
For
correct, correct. Yeah,
institution
yeah.
type training, they won't provide the functionality because of there is no source, there is no resource. But here you can see the deployment things as well. Because of here having the source, right? First we are having the source, then we can do anything.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And what is the copy that the testers use? It is called a developer edition, or what is that called? Like because it will be just like production, right? So, uh,
Everything maintaining in these two sandboxes only. Like I create one
which,
sandbox for development and I create another sandbox for testing, and I'll create one more sandbox for the UAT, like user level testing.
okay.
See, if you observe here licenses, there are 30 licenses available total, and within the 30, I'm utilizing two as of now. One is for developing, another one is for testing, and another one depends on the requirement, multi-level of testing.
But then, what is this 200 MB capacity? Like,
It's
if
a
I want to
file size
migrate some,
capacity. No, it's not related to metadata. It's a file size capacity. Like inside your component, if you are trying to attach any file, Excel file, or any images, or any other
okay, this
files,
is the file system. This is the file system capacity, not the
yeah,
transactional data capacity. Okay,
not
okay, okay.
transactional data. So coming to the transactional data, if you want to utilize 200 MB, it is lifetime. It will
Yeah,
take like
yeah. That's where I got confused, right? Like, what is this 200 MB? Okay, okay, okay. So all users, all code, all metadata and configuration, and 200 MB of file size. Okay, okay,
yes,
okay, okay. Okay, now it makes sense. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, simple thing, guys. So here we are providing the live functionality and live training. It is not like institution type, and my teaching also not like institution. Like if people are not getting my words, to be honest, like, I know that thing, but so I don't want to provide. Uh, I don't want to spend my time on more explanation like theoretical part because of here having only 2 to 3 months of time. See, just understand the problem here. So if I implement any one real-time project, which includes some custom objects and each and every level of metadata, and finally if I deploy that product, so end of the training, so you're able to understand like what is the Salesforce, how the developer is doing, how the admin is handling, and how the BA is getting uh, implementation request, how the end user is accessing the product. So there are so many things. So we have to cover within these 3 months only. So for that, I would like to cover each and every topic with the help of real-time scenario. For every concept, I would like to take one real-time scenario and I'll implement within the session, and clearly I'll show you the functionality, how it is reflecting to the end user, and some profile level access and role level access. So then you will get the clear picture. So it is helpful to work on project after the program as well. Yeah. Okay, guys. Any doubts? If you don't have any doubts, we'll wind up the session. Hello?
Like in terms of the licensing cost for Salesforce for the companies, how is it? Is it per user or per storage, or is it a combination of two? Or
No,
how much would
first,
be the license?
yeah, first
Yeah.
companies should pay per user only.
Okay.
After that, the storage capacity comes to the picture.
Okay.
Like by default, it is having some limitation, right? 1 GB, 500, and if you observe here, full sandbox is not available for this arc. Only up to partial copy is available. If I want to access full sandbox copy, again I should purchase for the full sandbox. I have to pay. See, this is the actual cost, $150 per user per month, and it includes
Okay.
GST as well for India. We have to pay another 18%.
Okay.
Yeah, for every company, this is the fixed and actual cost, and depends on requirement and depends on purchasing. I mean, there is a chance to get some discount on this actual cost. Like few companies are going to
Okay.
purchase thousands of users, then definitely they will record this price.
This is monthly cost.
It's a yearly billing. It's a yearly billing. If you want to purchase, you have to pay entire year once a time. And the
Okay.
purchase also is 5 into multiples. You cannot purchase 1, 2, 3 like that.
Like for example, you were saying KFC is one of the clients, right? So then the number of users would be very high, right?
Yeah,
How did that?
yeah, it's very high. KFC is from not from India. I think it is from USA, right?
Yeah, that's fine, but like,
$50, that's not a big deal for them per month. In India, it is very expensive, but in US, it's not a big deal.
okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to understand. Okay,
Yeah,
because because Salesforce is very what do you say, prevalent in small scale industries as well. So I was just trying to understand like how they are able to manage this cost for a small scale industry. This would be very high, right?
it's not only US question, it's $1 million question for every developer. Because of it's very expensive, it's very expensive. And yeah, don't worry. In future sessions, you will get to know like how they can handle.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Ravi Krishna, Venki, and Pranita, Rahul, Pavan. Yeah, chalo. Then wind up the session.
Okay,
And
thank you. I'll drop off.
yes, yeah, please sign up your developer editions. And in our next session, I would like to show you the a trial head engagement, like how you can sign up with